I just want to be the best.
OtterBasketball's Junior Elite Camp. This is the best skill development camp in the country for young, serious basketball players. It's designed for players that are entering 4th grade through 7th grade, and I can promise you it's going to challenge them. So in OtterBasketball camps, if you're not familiar with us or our program, we are going to have players on the court. They're going to be busy all day, every day. This is a 4-day camp. It runs from 8 to 5 every single day. They're going to be on the court probably 99% of the day, and the other times that they're not on the court, they're going to be taking notes on what we have done on the court so that they can go back and study that if they need to. But there are tons of things that we're going to cover in this camp, and I'm talking everything from developing foot speed, agility, and rhythm with a jump rope, to ball handling, to first step development, becoming more explosive with the ball. Besides all that, because we introduced them to that in the day camp if they were able to come to that, we're going to cover passing, we're going to cover defense, we're going to cover screening, basket cuts. How about finishes at the basket, speed finishes, power finishes, tons of things that we're going to cover in this camp. I can promise you, you're going to have some kids that are going to be tired by the end of the day, because we're going to work them pretty hard, and we're going to introduce them to a lot of content and a lot of concepts that are going to be brand new to them. So why did we come up with the Junior Elite? As you know, we have the Point Guard Elite. That's for older kids. We're going to talk about that later. The Junior Elite, 4th through 7th grade. We used to never work with kids that young. You never worked with kids that were all the way as young as 4th grade, until we had 3 kids that kind of entered the program at a little bit younger age than what you normally took.
Yeah, so we had 3 kids step in really young, and I really didn't even want them at the camp back then, but they were in 2nd, 3rd grade, which was way too young, I thought. But these 3 were serious. It was Jordan McCabe, Matt Weir, and Dina Gerald. I think Jordan started in 2nd, and Dina and Matt may have started in 3rd. But they all had, they were kind of like a test, you know, just let's test these kids out. They're passionate about basketball. That's what they all had in common. They said they wanted to work, because I asked them before we got started, and it was like our test little project. And all 3 went on and won multiple state championships. I know Dina won 2, Jordan won 2, and Matt Weir won 1. And I know Jordan was Mr. Basketball, Dina was runner-up in the state of West Virginia, and Matt went on and played Division I basketball as well as Dina and
Jordan. All 3 went Division I.
And they're just normal kids. I mean, I think Jordan's 5'10", Matt may be 5'11", Dina may be 5'5". But what they had in common was they were passionate about basketball and they wanted to work. And I mean, that's what we're really looking for here. If that's your kid, this camp's a game changer, because we're going to show them how to go home and practice. We're going to break them down, build them up all the way through. The system's built off of exercise science principles. You know, my background is in education and teaching. I was a 25-year school teacher and varsity coach, and I mean that's what we do with these kids, is we teach them how to play above their athletic set. And it starts with efficiency, and the sooner I get them, the easier it is, and the more likely it is to happen. I'm not saying that we can't do it when we get them when they're older, but when I get them at a younger age, it's definitely more possible.
Absolutely. So for you as parents, one of the biggest questions that we get for this camp, my kid has been playing since they were in diapers. They're super advanced. They've always played up. They've played on teams that are 2-3 years older than them. And you're telling me that my kid is going into 6th grade, but they've been playing with 8th and 9th graders. Do they have to go to the Junior Elite, or can we put them into Point Guard Elite? We say absolutely do the Junior Elite.
I mean, that's proven again. We've got kids coming out now that have went through the Junior Elite program. You know, we threw Dina and Jordan and Matt in the point guard, and I mean, it was really tough on them. We've developed a camp basically that I thought is tailor-made for kids that age all the way through, and it's really designed to maximize their development, their game, their time when they move over to point guard camp. Because what happens is you know, I even see this on the evals coming back from point guard camp. The older kids all say, I wish I'd went to Junior Elite. I wish I'd have done more Junior Elites. Because the kids that are coming out of Junior Elite are able to find success at point guard elite, and they're able to implement the game concepts much quicker. I mean, the difference between those two camps is basically, you know, a point guard, you're looking at straight game concepts. I'm still going to break things down, but not to the point that I'm going to do it at Junior Elite. And at Junior Elite, we're going to break it down to in a way that you can go home and
practice it,
it and do it. And then when you come to point guard camp, you're going to find that much more success. And I mean, the kids that went through the program are finding way more success. We're turning a lot more players out to play at the next level. You know, my daughter's coming up. I'm not taking her out of Junior Elite until I have to, because I know at Junior Elite they're getting the skill stuff that they need, and that's what I find beneficial.
Absolutely. So just to kind of go back, the Junior Elite, it's a 4-day camp. We offer these in the summertime. You're going to see different locations that we have around the United States. We have them usually about 9 or 10 a year that we run throughout the summer. The reason we don't have multiple locations and we're running like 60, 70 of these every year is because you're there at every camp. Every single camp, Jason's there and he's running it. He is going to be splitting his time between the Junior Elite camp and the Point Guard Elite camp because they do run at the same time. They're separated into separate gyms or separate courts. But Jason's present and leading skill instruction at every single camp, whether it be Point Guard or Junior Elite. And that's why you don't see us running 100 camps all over the United States. We're running more like 9 and 10. Many. And as far as the number of kids that attend these camps, the Junior Elite, we typically cap those at no more than 30 to 40 kids per session because, you know, they're younger kids and we've got to be hands-on with them.
Well, I mean, obviously I've been at this a long time and I know it works, and when it comes to development especially, and I just know that it all starts with Junior Elite. Like everything that we do is built off of that, because I've got to have good players come out of the program, so I know like those nuggets are at the Junior Elite level. It's very rare where it's much harder when a kid comes in 11th grade, you know, to take them on to the next level. When I get these kids like Jordan McCabe or Matt or, you know, Chris Morgan, when I get them young and I can get them in our foundational concepts and they can master those at a younger age, then it makes it much easier for them to visualize things, for them to implement it in a game, you know, for us to get those things that a lot of the college coaches come to us looking for, you know, in our players.
Absolutely. So when your kids come into Junior Elite, make sure they understand they're not going to come and play games. We understand kids are playing enough games. They're playing a lot of games. You're not going to pay us for them to come in and play games. We are going to teach them how to excel in the games that they play. So they're going to come in, it's a strictly individual skill development camp, and it's going to blow their socks off. Junior Elite, check those out for the upcoming summer and get registered for those soon.